Hello. I thought I would do a long overdue, again, video diary, and the reason being for this one is because, and this seems to be like the recurring thing, is that I pick up the camera every time I'm having a real bad time with anxiety, and I'm in that bad time right now, as we speak. There's no rhyme or reason, once again. I really find it difficult to distinguish when it started. Like, if I sit and think back, how long have I been feeling like this for now? Like, I cannot see the start point because I have been feeling okay. And then when I'm not, it's like I forget that I've ever felt okay. And that's the sort of mindset that I'm in at the moment, is that I feel like I've never been okay. And I feel like I've always been this bad, too scared to walk to the end of the garden. But it's not that I'm too scared to walk to the end of the garden, it's the way that I'm feeling physically all the time. I know that the heat in the last week has really set me back, especially the day that we had that was like, I don't know, 32, 33 degrees. That was bad for me. Heat is a big trigger for me, and since that day, I haven't really gotten over it. And even now, it's like only 23, 24 degrees, and it's still too hot for me, whereas this wouldn't be too hot normally. So I don't know what it is. There's no rhyme or reason to the heat. There doesn't have to be a specific temperature. It's just, it's put me in that mindset of it's too hot, like the week that we've just had, and I can't seem to snap out of it now. But I think I was already feeling a bit shitty before then. So I'm finding it, like I say, really difficult to distinguish when I started feeling this way and heading down this path again. But as it stands at the moment, I'm not just anxious when I know that I've got to go and do something or go out. I'm pretty much anxious 24/7. So I'm back in that frame of mind, that period of my life that I've been in before. And it was horrible then, and it's horrible now. Is just when there just doesn't seem to be any let up in the symptoms. I would say it's probably been about 2 weeks, if I think deep about when I started feeling really freaky, and I had a panic attack. I don't know, it was probably a week and a half ago. Got up in the morning, I was home alone, my daughter had gone to school, my son was at his mum's, my wife had gone out to work, and I just got up and just freaked out, and it was horrible. But I managed to sort of, it was a full-blown panic attack, but I managed to nip it in the bud, which is one of the first times, or one of the only times rather, that I've ever been able to do that. It was like the self-taught thing, snap out of it. Or I think I remember actually saying out loud, you're not doing this now. And it did subside, splashed a bit of water on my face, just paced around a bit, but not frantically, just calming, slowing my breathing, letting my pulse rate settle back down. And it really seemed to work. But after that, obviously we know the feelings after panic is like the fatigue and just general jellified. So that's how I felt. Everything was aching, my arms were aching, my shoulders, my legs felt like jelly. My breathing was irregular because of the panic that I'd just experienced. But I managed to calm down. But since that moment, really, I would say, I've been on this awareness of everything. And it's not a case of I have a pain in my chest or something hurts or I have a rapid heartbeat for a sec. It's not a case of that. It's that I'm sitting here constantly feeling physical symptoms. Now, even if they're not there, it's like I'm thinking of something else, like a fuzzy head, because my head feels really fucking like cloudy, foggy at the moment. That's the way that I'm feeling today. I've got up this morning, my dad's moved house, or he's in the process of, and today was the first time that I've gone to look at his new place. Went to measure up for curtains for him and that, and when we first got there, within like 2 minutes of being out of the car, I was feeling it. Intense physical symptoms, the dizziness, concentrating on my breathing, the jelly legs, just feeling really, really unsteady, and that's horrible. And then I was there for about an hour, and it did subside. the feelings did, but the thoughts just kept coming. And it's not even what if thinking, it's more a case of, I feel this, and even though I don't necessarily feel it, it's like I'm almost trying to bring the fucking stuff on, and I can't seem to, I don't know, I just can't switch off, and I've began questioning whether I am the only person in the world that feels this 24/7. I know it's only right now, and it's not been like this all the time, but right now, in this mindset that I'm in, I feel like I'm the only person in the world that gets up in the morning and their first thought is, I'm going to have anxiety today. I feel like shit already. When I don't necessarily, I've hardly frigging moved. I've just opened my eyes. But it's already there. It's already boiling. And I know that when I come downstairs, I'm going to go through the routine that I do, make a cup of tea, go out, have a cigarette, have breakfast. You know, the monotonous routine of morning. And I'm instantly, constantly feeling nauseous, dizzy, concentrating on my breathing so much, this foggy head feeling that I've got all the time, tension in my arms and my shoulders and my neck. It really is constant. And then with the heat at night time, I'm not sleeping great, although I'm sleeping later in the day, I find. So I'm going to bed a lot. Well, I'm going to bed at a reasonable hour, to be honest. It's just that I'm not falling asleep. But then I'm getting up a lot later, like 10. There has been days where I've got up at like 11, half 11. Although the last few days I've been going to bed earlier, managing to sleep a bit earlier and getting up at about 9, which is decent for me. So I feel like that's not an issue at the moment because I am sleeping at the moment. The last couple of days has been fine. So what is it? What is it that's keeping me in this loop of constant anxiety? If I'm not feeling it, I'm thinking about it, and I can't stop this horrible, horrible cycle. There's so much to do, things that I've got to do. I've not been able to focus on work properly. I just haven't been able to concentrate on work because I'm so fixated in my head. The garden needs sorting out. The grass is fucking well long. We bought a massive paddling pool. We used it for about the first week, 2 weeks that we had it. Big, massive thing, deep, nice, holds 10,000 litres of water. We've had it for about a month now, and we used it for the first couple of weeks, and since then it's just gone green. So the water in it's gone green. Because we've left it, we haven't put the cover on it, we've let the chemicals, we haven't put chlorine in it for like the last couple of weeks, it's gone green. So I've been emptying it for the last couple of days. There's about 4 inches of water left in the bottom of it. It's got to be emptied, it's got to be cleaned, and it's got to be refilled. And it's on my mind, and I really want to do it. But like the end of the garden, we've got a long garden, it's literally 40 metres, which isn't long at all. But in my mind, being that far away from the house, I'm even going to show you, this is how ridiculous I am at the moment. So, up there, I don't know if you can see like the blue thing. The grass needs cutting. And the blue thing is the paddling pool. It needs emptying properly. It needs cleaning. Even just then, standing there looking out the window, I felt unsteady. I'm really in a bit of a pickle right now. And can't seem to shake it off. If anybody has this 24/7, let me know that I'm not the only mad, crazy fool that is experiencing it constantly. I've got so many plans. I bought this drone. I don't know if you can see it up there above Guitar Hero, which hasn't been opened. Drone, like it's a crazy ass drone, expensive piece of kit. Bought it so me and my son could basically go out at weekends, go wherever we want and just fly the drone, get some decent HD footage of wherever we choose to fly it. And we took it out once. We took it about 5 miles down the road, flew it round, and it was brilliant. Came back, watched the video on the computer, awesome footage. Haven't been out since, and I've had it for probably close to 2 months now. The dog, I never walk the dog anymore. Now that we live up in this built-up area, about a half a mile from the town centre, I don't walk the dog here anymore. So it's something else that I've decided not to do. Everybody else has to chip in and do it. Other thing, I don't take my daughter to school anymore, obviously, because we live near it now since we moved here. I feel like since we've moved here, I've really slacked off in pretty much everything. I don't have to leave the house anymore. It's not helping. I need to want to leave it. I need motivation to want to get out and leave the house. So I don't know. Tell me I'm not the only crazy person that feels anxiety 24/7. That will perhaps help. I don't know why. I don't know why I think that I am, because I know that I'm not. I just need some support. I feel motivated to do it. I just feel physically that I can't cope with it. I'm either dizzy, tense, my muscles ache, my legs ache, my arms ache today. For some reason I did fuck all yesterday. Also, I've got a treadmill. I bought this as well, splashing the fucking cash. But I work hard, and my wife works hard. So I bought a treadmill, and the reason for buying the treadmill was so that I could get exercise. I could start doing enough that I can build up the confidence to be able to go out and run, because essentially that is where I would like to end up, is to be able to go out and exercise. So I bought the treadmill last Thursday, decent one, Reebok, motorised, loads of different friggin' workout plans and stuff on it. I went on it on the day that we got it. Then I had to carry it upstairs, and it is heavy as it's heavy. But there was me, my dad, and my wife. We all took it upstairs. But then the day after, when I was planning to start this, I had all the intentions in the world to start this brilliant program that I was going to do, and I didn't go on it. And then it started getting hot, and that's been my excuse not to go on it. And now it's upstairs, and it hasn't been used for over a week. I got it the Thursday before last. Tell a lie. So it's been over a week, 9 days, and I haven't used it. I'm not impressed by my performance. I need to get my arse into gear. And I know you're not supposed to wait until you feel like doing it. You're supposed to just do it anyway. But I just tell me I'm not the only one. I'll speak to you in a bit. I might keep this updated, because it does help me to talk. And I sit and watch my old videos back when I'm feeling really dodgy. Like, there's one on there about the heat from like 9 years ago or something stupid like that. And I've watched it back like recently. Noticed that I commented on it last year saying that I'm not coping very well. And I could comment exactly the same friggin' thing this year and say that I'm still not doing very well. Come on! I'll catch you in a bit.